Hey, welcome back to the Passive Buddies podcast. And today we are going to absolutely scale your business like Gary Vee is possibly the best way to describe it. You're going to dominate. You're going to be everywhere with very little work. You are about to multiply your marketing efforts. Brandon, are you ready? Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm super excited. This is the omnipresent strategy. This is where people are everywhere so that they can pretty much be, like you said, Gary Vee or Hermosi. These people are content kings, and they really, this is how they do it. So without further ado, let's get right into this. I'm really excited about this because you can literally take like a long form of content and break it up into smaller, short forms of content and really just multiply your efforts by tenfold.
Oh, 100%. This is possibly the key, the king that everyone's talking about. Like, and for instance, I want to give you a rundown, like a practical overview, why it's important to multiply your marketing efforts. Because one of the big things that people tell you is like, oh, stick to one platform, stick to one platform. And I actually think that's bollocks. And I'll show you the reason why. So I recently done a test on short form content. And I done a 48-hour test. I posted 3 times a day on each platform. And it was a case of, if I just stuck to TikTok, I would have got like 1,000, maybe 2,000 views over that 48-hour like time frame. By adding YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, I think that's all 4. I actually ended up with over 20,000 or 28,000 views, all in that 48-hour period, using the same content. So what that actually done is it multiplied my marketing effort, it increased my brand awareness, and It allowed people to see more of me. By sticking to this one platform where it's like, oh, concentrate on your platform or you won't grow, right? By repurposing, by multiplying, you can actually, well, that was like what, 10x your views, your opportunities to grow, build connections, and generate business.
And what it does is it allows you to hit multiple touch points with people. So you might have someone on Facebook and on TikTok because they follow you through all these channels, but say on Facebook, they don't see that particular post, but they do see it on this other platform. That's going to be another touch point. And then if you turn, say, a blog, or not a blog, a TikTok reel into, like a lead magnet, you can email them and give another touch point. Even though it's a different kind of the same content, it's consumed in a different way. And if they're more on reading versus actually seeing video, then that might be able to be the thing that converts them. So having these different touch points and the way that people like to consume content is going to be ultimately the thing that's going to help convert them into a prospect or a lead or a sale, whatever that marketing channel is. So, or process that you're focusing on right now. So I think it is super important to multiply your efforts in using these strategies.
And obviously to reinforce this, Brandon, what's your favorite social channel?
Oh man. I would say Facebook, because our software is on Facebook and it's focused on Facebook, but I really like YouTube for consuming content.
So obviously Brandon's is Facebook primary and then YouTube for learning. Mine's YouTube. Like, I prefer YouTube. That's where I live. That's where I am. So if, for instance, like me and Brandon are in a similar niche, like doing similar things, our 2 favorite platforms are very, very different. So if you only stick to one platform, say for instance, I only stuck to Facebook, you've literally just completely disregarded me. Like, anyone who doesn't really like go on Facebook to consume content, they go somewhere else. You've literally just cut your audience size in half. Okay, and then imagine if you're doing that through different platforms, you're just cutting people away. Now, it sounds like scary. Like, oh, I've got to post on all these platforms. But we're going to show you in this episode, it's not actually that difficult. For instance, this podcast, it goes up on multiple places. It goes on different podcast channels like Spotify, Apple, Anchor, Google, like loads of different places. Then it goes on YouTube as well. So depending on how you like to consume your content, we are hitting so many different places, and we're going to show you exactly how to do this short form and long form. Which one do you want to tackle first?
Let's do like which platform or which
type, long or short form?
Short.
Okay. Short form. Do you want to go first or do you want me to?
You can go first.
Right. Okay. Sound. So short form content is literally becoming the brand awareness part of your business. And it sometimes can get you some sales, but it does a lot more brand awareness than anything else right now. So growing on TikTok, Instagram Reels, and all these different things, getting those huge amount of views is pretty crucial to your brand awareness stage of your business. So how do you get through all of this? Now, you'll see on TikTok, if you watch TikTok or Instagram Reels, a lot of people talk about repurpose.io, which is a repurposing tool. And this sounds absolutely crazy. Listen to this. Post a TikTok, and then because of the software, it should push it to YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, Pinterest, and all that. So by posting it once, it takes it off that platform and puts it multiple times. Honestly, here's the drawback, okay? The drawback is your Instagram needs to be a business account, which reduces the ability of trending sounds and going viral because it's a business account, because they want you to pay money. Same with TikTok. Most scheduling softwares, like, they want you to be a business account to use them, which then kills it off again because you can't use the trending sound, you can't use the right things that are going to blow up your account. So you have to do this a little bit manually if you want to get the bigger views, use the trending sounds, and keep up to date with marketing efforts. So the way I do it, and I mean, like, I can literally cover 4 different platforms in 2 minutes. And that's literally as simple as it is. So I create my TikTok video. It could be a 5-second, 7-second video. And then from that TikTok video, I post it on TikTok. I copy the link. I go to Snaptick. I literally just type in Google Snaptick. I don't even know what the full address is. Click on the top one. I post the TikTok link in there. Then that allows me to download a watermark free version of the TikTok video. This is crucial, guys, because AIs across different platforms will pick up on the TikTok logo if you don't remove the watermark, which means they will reduce the amount of views because technically it's promoting another platform. So remove the watermark, and then I literally take that piece of content that I've just removed, the watermark, and downloaded, post it into Facebook Reels with the same caption and same hashtags as TikTok. And so it saves me looking for them twice. Then I post it onto YouTube Shorts with just a headline. I don't need to do any of the YouTube optimization. Then I post it on Instagram with a similar caption to what I put on Facebook or Instagram, Facebook or TikTok. And then I take the hashtags, my hashtag bank, and copy and paste them from Trello into the first comment of Instagram. Literally takes me less than 2 minutes to hit 4 platforms, which then 10x is my opportunity for views.
Yeah, and you have to think that since so many people are competing with TikTok because it's becoming the #1 short form content. Everyone else is pushing content or pushing views to Reels, to YouTube Reels, to Instagram Reels, to all the different short form content. So you're going to get more views on this short form content than you are. Well, I wouldn't say it's guaranteed, but it's a lot of more content is being pushed to these short form content. So I think it's super important to do all these things versus, I mean, you see this on YouTube on a lot of the bigger channels that promote content creation. They show you like the difference between their videos that are 5 to 15 minutes versus their short form content is blowing up. So it is well worth it to look at doing short form content on these platforms.
100%. So that's like one form, like, so it's the specific platform. So that gets you your brand awareness is these very short, like 5, 7, 10-second clips to get you across and more views. Again, like, some you will find will do really well on TikTok and won't really do well on YouTube Shorts or Reels. And then the flip, I've had some on YouTube Shorts that have given me like 2,000, 3,000 views and got me probably 200 views on TikTok. So it's well worth making sure you capture all of those. And that is literally the short form piece. Like, focus on one of them, download the watermark, or download it watermark free, and then get it out there on the rest of them.
Yeah.
Good?
So yeah, definitely. So I'll give you another example and how you can repurpose your content. So I was promoting a crypto game called Nbox. and I made a guide that was on Medium, and I posted the guide on Medium, and it took probably maybe 10 minutes to read it. And so I posted the guide, but on my TikTok and my YouTube, I literally posted on TikTok, took my video, my camera or whatever, and went step by step through it with a brief rundown. And then below that, I said, if you want this guide, comment down below. And so I didn't really repurpose it, but I kind of did, because I was recording it. And then I said, if you want this kind of as a lead magnet, sign up here or comment down below, which then pushes the algorithm to get more views on that short form content. I don't know why I keep saying short term. I mean, it is because it lasts 24 hours or 48 hours or whatever on some of these platforms. But from there, I took a camera, showed them what it was, they commented, and then from there, I downloaded it, like you said, using SnapTick. And it's literally, I can tell you the website because I have it up right here, snaptick.app, so app. And then I removed the watermark and I uploaded it to my Instagram. I uploaded it to YouTube. I can't speak at all today for some reason.
Not a good place to be podcast recording.
I think it's because I had those vacations and I need like a vacation from my vacation. So, which is happening when we go to Hawaii. So I took that content and I re-uploaded it on TikTok. So I uploaded it on TikTok. I stripped it off of SnapTick, the watermark, and then which just downloaded the copy of it. And then I uploaded it on all these different platforms. And then I used Writesonic to write the description on very small description. I don't even think on YouTube you need a description. You just need like a good title to get people to click. And then from there, I uploaded it to IG and Facebook. So it made it really, really easy. I took a long form piece of content. I made a short form piece of content using my phone, which then told people to visit another platform if they wanted a longer form, which is where I convert. And that turned into like 70 people signing up. From doing that one piece of content and then filming that long form piece of content and then re-uploading it onto other platforms. So I think of 70 conversions from that one piece of content in a sense. Well, maybe like 2 pieces of content, but I reused one in video. So it was like from reading it to turning it into video. And so if you guys can do that, you guys can make quite a bit of money.
Yeah, and Brandon's right. He's took it so he's moved into the long form content and then spliced it up. So basically, like this podcast will get split up into little short form pieces of content and then be pushed out. So this one podcast will go on 4 to 6 different podcast platforms. It'll then go on YouTube. It'll go on Brandon's YouTube, and then from there, obviously, we'll take it, we'll edit it, and we'll create multiple short form pieces of content with this value. That alone, again, takes one piece of content, which is the pillar piece. Now, I think it is Gary Vee who calls it the pillar piece of content, which then cuts down into multiples. Now, you will see this on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, etc. And you'll notice, obviously, I'm wearing the same shirt, talking about a similar thing, and it'll be spread out. So then taking that long form piece of content, cutting it up, and then put a bit of editing into it. You can use CapCut on your phone if you want to. It's again, Brandon's just literally recorded and read from his lead magnet, put it into steps, and then put it on. So it's taking those long form pieces of content and turning it into short form pieces of content in creative ways that you can drive back to the long form, which increases the know, like, and trust, which then actually increases the conversions. Did I get that right?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many ways to splice it, to cut it, to do whatever. I mean, it's just taking. So this is multiplying your marketing efforts, but then our short form content can be how to multiply your TikTok efforts, and then we could go into taking that one piece of us talking about taking TikTok, downloading it off of SnapTick, and then pushing it to these other platforms using Repurpose.io. So it just really depends, but that's exactly how you can turn long form into short form and make it really, really easy. Another example, like what we do, is you can literally take a YouTube video that is like a how-to and say 100 like an hour or whatever, you can turn that into a transcribed piece of content and turn it into a lead magnet, and then put that into your marketing efforts. So there's so many ways to do this, guys. I mean, and it's funny, we had a podcast a few weeks ago, and we were talking about one of my pieces of content, and we were talking about email marketing. And you said, a lot of people can just take their Facebook posts and then turn them into email. And so that's what I did to one of my posts that was converting really well, as I sent it to my email, and Brian was like, "Hey, I saw that email a few days later." And it's because you can use multiple channels with the same content. You just kind of layered in a way that's best for that channel. So like you said, taking a TikTok video, removing the watermark so it can go on IG and Facebook, so that it does better with it, so it doesn't get kind of smashed by the AI because there's a watermark on there. Being able to take my posts that are full of emojis and then put them in a nice clean email so they're not all over the place. So it just really depends on the channel, but you can literally multiply your efforts by using the same content all the time.
Yeah, 100%. Like, so we've got the short form into multiple short form platforms. We've got splicing up longer form content pieces and making it relevant for, again, short form. Or you could transcribe this podcast or transcribe a YouTube video, turn it into a blog, embed the YouTube video, so now you're pushing out to more people. Then from there, you could write a blog. So use Write Sonic. So we'll put a link to Write Sonic below, and you can write a blog in 5 clicks. That blog obviously then goes on your blog site. It also gives you the framework for another YouTube video, which then can be cut up into shorter form pieces of content. So just by writing that blog, you create a YouTube video. That YouTube video then creates spliced content. That then obviously you'd create emails, posts, bait posts, IG promotionals, all to go towards that YouTube video. So it just becomes this massive cycle of ecosystem where you're using one piece of content to leverage the next, which is to promote, and it's just this beautiful, beautiful circle.
Yeah, and you guys should definitely subscribe to the YouTube or this podcast, so that you guys get up to date on all of our content, because we are going over different marketing strategies. We just went over our 4 systems that you should have, and tomorrow we have all sorts of different content coming out. So again, subscribe to the YouTube channels, subscribe to this podcast, so that you guys get up to date on all of the stuff we're putting out. That is very valuable.
Final thoughts?
If you guys can multiply your marketing efforts, it's going to help you convert a lot more. I mean, if you're converting on one channel, think of if you start putting out on all channels, even if it's not as much because you haven't built an audience there, it's about putting in the time now so that it can compound and ultimately save you future time, a lot of time in the future, because then you can start building on those platforms, start getting an audience, and then start making sales on multiple channels, and then just start scaling your business from there.
Absolutely love it. So basically, dig your well before you're thirsty.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Again, as Brandon said, like, follow, subscribe really helps us know what type of content you want us to produce that can help you and your passive income journey. Bye-bye for now.
Peace.